Got another mount review for you today, and we're over here in the Gulf of Gunthak, and this is basically the zone in. There's a little POK book right there. You can get there from the Plane of Knowledge, but I feel like you guys are starting to get familiar with the game. At least I hope so. If you do need some instructions on how to get to the Gulf of Gunthak, let me know. But here's a hint right off the bat. It's on the evil side of Plane of Knowledge. So it's on the evil side near the back. There's a stone that says Gulf of Gunthak. And we want to go here. This is the lighthouse over here, big old tower. We're going in here. So this is a mount that is not purchased in the Daybreak store. No Daybreak tokens needed. So you could buy this even if you're a free-to-play player, if you just have the right amount of platinum. So we're going here to the Gnome Pirate, Hezekiah Trappleton, merchant, and right click on him, and he sells a variety of drums, very expensive drums. And I'm gonna go sort this by cost, and I'm gonna make sure the most expensive are at the very top. Why? Because you want to buy the most expensive one that you can possibly afford, because the more you're paying, the faster the mount will be. If you see here, the giant ones, those are 103,949 plats. You right click on one to get the description, and it says summon Drogmor. It summons a Drogmor mount, and it says mount speed very fast. So all of these, the giant ones, have a velocity of 64. So that is the typical mount speed that you would find on any of the mounts in the Daybreak store, is 64 by default without any tinkering or anything like that. You will notice one thing missing from the description. It does not have the buff, the Azia or whatever buff that gives you the extra 250 hit points, mana endurance, or AC or saves. So that is one negative. Although I would say this mount is far, far, far cheaper than any of the ones in the Daybreak store, because you're just spending 103,000, or basically 104,000 plat. And remember, that's also with my charisma being 654. You could probably still get it about that price just for having your charisma at about 240, 250, something like that, which is pretty close to it being capped. So let's give this mount a try. I already have one. Gonna click the giant black drum here, and there we go. Like most mounts, the animation is a little rigid of me sitting on top of it. But you see, this one looks like a crazy lizard type thing. Something I did like about these mounts when they came out during the Legacy of Yakesha, or Yakisha, depending on your pronunciation. They run pretty smooth. There's not a whole lot of bobbing, which, as you may know from watching my content, I hate that. And their head is not in the way. The original Lucklin horses, the mount's head, sometimes we get in the way a little bit, which I'll be reviewing one of those soon. So here we go. This does have more bobbing than some of the other mounts when you're running, but if you notice, when you're not running at all, it is perfectly still. Not like that one Wyvern mount where you're constantly bobbing. It's the Wyvern and the Reindeer that you get during the Frostfell holiday, that those constantly bob and float up and down. This one, you're not doing any of that. So I don't love the shaking, but I can tolerate it because it's just happening while I'm running instead of all the time. When I'm still, it's like I'm just standing there. I'm not even on a mount. So again, the default velocity for this mount is 64, and I feel like it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's as good as some of the other ones. One, it doesn't have the HP and mana buff, which is always nice to have. But again, you also don't have to spend Daybreak tokens on it. But it's still plenty fast, and you can get it without dishing out any real-life currency, just your plat. So what do you guys think? What would you rate this from a 1 to 10? So normally, a lot of mounts, I would say, you know, as long as they don't make me motion sick, I would say a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna have to take away at least 1 to 2 points for the motion in the ocean, or the motion when I'm running. So I can only give it either a 9 or an 8, something like that. But I do like just about everything else about it. Let's say we'll deduct 1 point for the bobbing. I should. No, 1 point for the bobbing, because I would deduct another point if I was bobbing while I was idle and sitting still, right? So, yeah. So we'll just deduct 1 point from the bobbing, and maybe deduct 1 point for not having the buff, the Azia buff. Although I have the Mount Blessing, but that's because I had another pet, which we'll get into the Hedgerow Leaf, which is another mount that you can get. But that's for another video, guys. The Hedgerow Leaf, which so I have the blessing from that. But I like the look of this mount more, especially for a frog. Come on, you know, it's like a frog riding a salamander. It fits. I like sort of making a theme with stuff. It's also why I got this specific illusion for my pet. It's an insect. I'm a frog. I eat insects. So here we go. Num num num. I'm gonna eat you, pet. Get in my belly. Okay. Enough of that stupidity. I'm sorry. I lost myself for a second. But you see, I try to have fun with this. So what do you think of this mount? I'm gonna give it an 8 because of, like I said, I explained my breakdown. I know I haven't given actual numbers to the other mounts before, but I would say most of the times I did say, oh, a 10 out of 10, no notes, because they did make me very happy. This one, I'm super happy about most of it. Again, there's a little motion when you're running, which I could do without, but at least it's completely gone when you're idle. And I think that's the thing that bothers me the most out of some of these, is that at the very least, they can make the motion go away when you're just there idle. If you like this, leave it a thumbs up. If you want to support me and support the channel, subscribe if you're not subscribed, or better yet, you could join my channel as a channel member, either on YouTube or Patreon. My Patreon link is in the description below the video, so check that out, please. Patreon's always preferred because I get to keep more of what you're giving me, as opposed to it being taken away by YouTube, right? You also get member-only content on Patreon or as a YouTube member, and you get early access on Patreon. I release my videos a day early. I would like to thank all my current YouTube channel members and Patreon patrons for your support and your continued support. Those of you who have not only subscribed but resubscribed month after month and have been with me for over a year now. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. And thank you everybody for watching. Have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow.
Roar echoes upon the sands. The scent of rain is in the air. I'm being chased by grizzly